This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with Cked Global. Are you alright?
Yeah, I swear my eye, do I start again?
That's alright. We're in Sheffield here, ahead of Brooke Spence this week. I'm joined by Dave Allen, challenges for the Commonwealth title against Leroy Thomas. Did you speak to Leroy today?
I did speak to Leroy, yeah. I seen him, and everyone came up to me and said, "Oh, Leroy's really big," and you're looking moody and that. You know what you do with big moody looking men? You go straight over to him. I went straight over. I just put my hand out. I said, "Mr. Thomas," and he said, "All right, sir." I went, "Not bad, mate." And I shook his hand, and I gave him that look that says, "I'm a nice boy, but I'm gonna fuck you up on Saturday night." And he kind of looked at me and like looked at me as if to say, "I know you're a nice man, but you're gonna fuck me up on Saturday." He looks a little bit intimidated. I don't know if it's because he's over in England or what. I've seen a few of his fights. I think he's a very good boxer, but I don't think his heart's in the game. And that's my honest opinion of it before today. And today, you can't take anything from like a handshake and a stare and that, but I take something from it, and it's made me a little bit more confident than I already was.
Eddie Hearn said today, this was his quote.
Yeah.
He said that Leroy Thomas is the most difficult fighter Dave Allen has had to face out of all the fights he can win. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I know
to
you're
you?
saying that. Yeah. That's probably true. You know, he's nowhere near as good as Luis Ortiz and Dylan White. Is he better than Jason Gavin? Leroy Thomas will come to win, I would think, for a round or two until he gets hit. Leroy Thomas is a very good boxer, and like Leroy Thomas would be a world champion shadow boxer or something. Saying that he was shit today, shadow boxer. He did a skip in the shadow. He was shit. Actually, I take that back. He's all right. But if I'm going to go anywhere in the sport, I've got to beat him. Is he as good as Fabrice Orieng, the Southpaw French champion that I beat? Possibly not. You know, I have no fear about Leroy Thomas whatsoever. I think I'm watching the Commonwealth title. Do I deserve it? Probably not. Is Leroy Thomas a proper quality Commonwealth title challenger? Probably not. I've got to win Saturday night. Otherwise, really, what am I doing in the sport?
Do you feel like you're a little bit of a project for Eddie Hearn?
What, Eddie's a bit bored? He's
No,
bored.
but you know, like you listen to him say, he says, "Give me an Olympian with immense talent," and obviously, you know, that goes
What's he saying about me?
But he goes, but give me a Dave Allen, see what I can do with Dave Allen. Do you get that?
It's difficult. I know what you're saying, but these Olympians, like I said, it's talent. Eddie's not in the gym with me every day working on things, so it's like it's a different thing because Eddie's brilliant at what he does, you know, and like I've got to do what I do in the gym, and I've got to keep improving. Because if I keep winning, Eddie can deliver whatever I need, world title fights, whatever else he can deliver that, you know, he can do that. So in terms of projects, it's very difficult to say that because it's up to me to do stuff in the gym, and Eddie can't help me do that, you know. I wish he could, you know, I wish somebody could, but Eddie can't do that. Eddie can deliver whatever I need if I keep doing what I'm doing in the gym. And that's what it's all about. I don't know if I'm a project or Operation White Round. I'm not sure. That might have been you and James. That might have been your thing, you know.
That was our thing.
Yeah.
Completely took it over. Sky took it. Everyone took it.
But it's very nice, you know. Like I've got IFL TV. Like I'm not going to blow smoke at your ass, but you're the biggest thing at doing what you do. You know, Eddie's the biggest promoter in Europe, I believe. You know, Sky took a shine to me now. I was down there the other day, doing important people things, and it was good, you know. So it's all on me now. It's all on me on Saturday night, and if I keep winning the way things are going, you know, it's exciting times.
We've been interviewing you for about 5 years, I think. I was looking back through some of the
4 years,
yeah, 4 or 5 years, whatever. I was looking back through some of the videos where literally no one knew who you was. No disrespect, but and you was kind of the same as you was now back then.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
I've always been the same, yeah.
You haven't changed, have you?
I'm not grown up yet, no.
But I don't think anything. I think you were even winning like a British title, world title, whatever it is you're going to accomplish.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see a different Dave Allen.
No, because I've still got the same friends. Bobby Charlton's new, but like that's only because he's DN5. He's DN5 trash. DN7 trash. I'm DN12 trash. You know, and we all one is a bit wealthier than I, but you know what I'm saying. We were brought up together. I've always had the same friends. I'm not even achieved anything yet, so I'm talking like I'm a fucking A-lister, and I'm saying, oh, I've still got the same friends. But I'm always going to continue to be the same person. I can't change. You know, you'll still see me sneaking out of places I shouldn't be at early hours. Whatever I achieve, you know, and I think that's why people like me, because I am what I am. and I will not change for anyone.
Do you remember the first day you stepped into the gym?
The first ever day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what how old was you?
I first stepped into the boxing gym. Well, I used to go to the gym with my dad as a kid, because he was a professional boxer. He used to take me down, he used to fill people in locally. Someone was telling me actually, I went to an amateur and I was like, your dad was such a fucker. They're like, where's your dad? And I went, oh, he's not allowed out today because you know what his behaviour's like. Trying to have a joke and that. And they went, fucking hell, he's not changing, has he? So I used to go to the gym with my dad as a kid. And but like when I first started boxing, I was like nearly 17 years old. I started with my dad's old coach, Will Swindles. He's died now. But I went in the gym with him. What's the question? Can I remember the first time?
Yes.
I went. It was the Exeter Empress Ballrooms where Steffi Bull trains his fighters now. It was downstairs. I went in there and I didn't have any gloves or wraps or anything. Like I just went. My dad was like, I had to get there. It took me 2 hours to get there. And this old man Wolf, he gave me some wraps, he gave me some gloves, and he took me on the pads and I did my first session. And he was like, "You're gonna win the British title one day, son." And I was like, "What's a British?" I didn't know what a British title was. I wasn't a boxing. I wasn't a boxing fan at the time. I purely started boxing, just because I couldn't get a job, and I couldn't get into sixth form because I didn't get enough GCSEs. So, and then I went to the plant with Monty. The plant. I sparred 3 people on the same day, and I kind of like went straight through these 3 grown men, and I kind of dropped them all. And then my dad made me train with this Will 3 days a week, and I went and I started the Ingle gym. And I wasn't in love with boxing at the start. I didn't really like it.
So you did it to not get a job, basically?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I couldn't get into college, and I couldn't really get a job. Like,
what was you good at school then?
Being a little cheeky fucker. No, I was all right. You know, But the thing is, like, I've always been a nice boy and that. Always been a very nice boy. At school, I was very good at PE. I could turn my hand to like any sport to a level. I was quite intelligent as well. I'd like to think I was intelligent. I was just lazy, same as I am now. I love school though. I love school.
Did you leave school at the appropriate age?
I left school at 16 years old. Yeah. I ain't got no sob story about I was brought up in a hard life. You know, my upbringing. It wasn't the greatest upbringing, was it? Like, my mum and dad didn't drive, so I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. We were pretty poor, to be fair, like very poor. So I couldn't do anything. And like, we used to go out on a Tuesday to catch rabbits and kill them, and I could eat. So I used to live on rabbits as a child. People don't believe that. Well, that's true. I was in the article the other day. So I used to have Tuesday off school to go killing rabbits so I could have my dinner. But my life was good. Like, my upbringing was good. I was brought up correctly. I was never in any trouble. Was I in any trouble? Nah, we weren't in any major trouble. So like, yeah, I've my childhood was good. I was brought up in a correct manner, I think.
Did you used to fight on the street?
No. No.
Baiting you right up.
Everyone as a kid has a few bit of fisticuffs, don't they? A little bit of fisticuffs and that. But I was always pretty big as well. I was always a big kid and that. But I've always been a lover, not a fighter. Like, I can fight, like, 'cause I'm bigger than most, and like I can have a bit of a do if I want to. But why would I want to? I like to get along with everyone, and that's fair, innit? Is that fair? Yeah. I'm just a nice boy, really, who can fight a little bit, and I'm using it in a good way.
So from the moment you walked into the gym for the first time, as in a boxing gym, how long before you realised that this is actually a reality now of you becoming a professional fighter?
I don't know. I never really thought I was going to do anything. I never thought, when I first started out, I'm going to be a professional boxer one day. I just kind of kept going. I kept going. It used to take me hours to get to the gym. Hours. I would travel a long way. And then after a few amateur fights, I won my first 9 amateur fights. And I won a national title. I was really fit and I was living at home. My dad used to treat me like a dog. Well, that's a good thing, I think. He used to treat me like I used to train like a dog. Christmas Day, doesn't matter what day, birthday, doesn't matter. You go out and I run 10 miles. If I was still with my dad now, maybe I'd do something with my career. You know what I'm saying? So he used to treat me like a dog when it came to training. And then when I started winning everything, I won the boys' clubs. And I thought, fucking hell, I'm the champion of England. I'm the British amateur champion of people under 20 years old. I was a bit like, right, can I do something now? Went in the ABAs. I lost in the quarterfinals. I had GB assessments, and it kind of clicked then that, like, maybe I'm alright at this stuff. Then when Dad split up, I turned professional for the money because I didn't want to be signing on. So I thought I'd turn pro. I could get some money. I could get the same money for turning pro as I would signing on. I didn't want to do that, you know. So I turned pro really soon again to avoid. I don't want to work in a warehouse. I don't want to do that like 40 hours. I don't want to. That's not how I want my life to be spent. You know, people do that, and I respect them because I think that takes a lot of doing. People say to me, "You fight in front of all these people," and that, but that's nothing. I couldn't imagine like doing that. So that's why I turned professional out of desperation. Really, I could have gone to the GB development squad, and I don't know. People say I can't fight now anyway. So if they say I'm slow over 12 rounds or 3 rounds, I'd have probably got beat up. But yeah, as a kid, I always just wanted to do something special. My mum always used to say to me, "You're special." And I don't know how she meant that, but like she said, "You're special. Like you're gonna do something." My dad, everyone used to say to me, "You're a special boy. Like you're gonna do something in your life," and that always stuck with me. And I always took chances, and with boxing, I took a chance. Like I really struggled. My mum and dad never had any money. No one had any money. So and when I first started boxing, nearly 17 till I turned professional, I never had a penny. Like I never did. I didn't do anything. I only ate at home when I could and stuff like that. So yeah.
So what was you doing for money when you started boxing then?
Luckily my manager Dennis Hobson gave me like a little retainer so I could eat and do whatever else. Well, the 3 years before that, like people think I don't take boxing seriously, but I took boxing very seriously. From being 6, I've never drank in my life. I don't do anything like that. So maybe at times, you know, I've not trained hard, but that's not being due to not loving boxing. I'm a fucking head case, something fucking mental sometimes. Some of the stuff I don't know. I'd go off the rails a little bit, just fucking sit in the house and don't leave it for weeks on end. But yeah.
Have you ever worked then?
I've done security. I was a supply teacher. How the fuck was I a supply teacher?
Of course you were, yeah.
How the fuck did that even happen? I don't even know. I can't remember. I remember going for the...
What age group were you teaching?
Secondary school. Even some year 12 and 13 lessons. I've got 3 GCSEs. How the fuck is it going to go on? I'm going to be fucking... They're going to be fucking asking questions. I don't know, actually. I don't know. All I did was set the work out. I never taught anything. I used to say to them, like, don't give me any grief, like, and just do what you got to do. You know? So I don't even know how that happened. I was on the train back from London the other day, and I was telling this woman the story. I was talking to her on the train. She gave me a charger, so thank you. She's probably not watching. But and I was telling her about it, and she was like, "I'm a governor at my daughter's school." That's very worrying. And I thought I probably shouldn't tell her that, but I told everyone now. But yeah, so I supply teaching for a long time. I did that for like a year and a half when I didn't box. Out of the ring, I supply teach. I hated it because my mum, everyone said I was special, and I still believe that now. And Saturday night at Bramwell Lane, I just feel like I've got to win on Saturday night. You know, I feel I am special in every meaning of the word. I believe I'm very special, and people might think, "Oh, you big-headed prick," but I just think there's something I don't know. I think I want to win Saturday night. I don't know. What do you think? I don't know. I just feel like I've got to do it. I don't know.
I genuinely would be gutted if you didn't pick up that Commonwealth title on Saturday. It's all written there.
It's got to be there, hasn't it?
Bramwell Lane.
Yeah.
Huge, like I said, huge night. Brooke Spence. You're fighting for the Commonwealth title. Yeah, I'd be gutted for you if you didn't.
If I don't win, you know, I'd be good. But like, this is boxing, you know. Life will go on. Like you say, the things that have been happening recently, you know, like it's a fight, you know. I will try my very, very utmost to win, and I will be gutted, but you know, you get on with life, don't you? And if I have got to one day go back into somehow blagging another job, like I did that one, then so be it. But I truly believe that Saturday night. I hope it's not my biggest night in boxing. Like I hope I go on to much bigger and better things, but it just feels so right. I don't know. My dad boxed there 33 years ago, and he's just said, "Just feels right, son." You know. My dad doesn't say nice things either, so yeah, it feels right.
Do you ever think about how long you realistically will be in boxing for, or not? Do you not think about that?
Well, you don't know, KUGAN, do you? Because I don't know what's what.
Didn't know if there was an age where you thought, do you know what? By the time I'm 30 or whatever, I want to be sort of out of the sport.
It's difficult because I love boxing now. Boxing is my life, you know. But it's never easy to say because like I've retired from boxing 37 times. I've been on Twitter. I'm fucking done with this game. I'm finished. That's it. I'm done. I'm not fighting anymore. After my second fight, I did that. But I don't know.
Why after your second fight? What happened?
Just me being me again. Everyone knows I've got certain problems with certain things, and it's always going to be like that. My life is like an up and down roller coaster. You know, I have good days and bad days, and some days I never want to box again, and then on good days it's like fucking hell. You know, if I win the Commonwealth title, I want to box as long as I can box for, because boxing really is the only thing I've got in my life. I think I don't really have anything else. I don't do anything else. I don't do holidays. I don't do anything, do I? What do I do?
Really?
I don't do anything. I sit in the house. I watch horse racing, pining for a bet, just pining, like making dog noises at the telly when horse racing. So I'm going, waiting a bet. So I don't know. You know, I want to box as long as possible. I just want to. I love boxing. I love everything about it. I love the show and everything. The Eddie shows are better. Honest to box at Donny Down, I weren't that in love with it. But I love the fact that I seem to be making people happy by being me and just doing things whatever I do, and that brings me a lot of joy that I make people happy. You know, I read tweets, and it makes my day when people say, "Oh, you made my day today doing this," and I just think that's fucking brilliant. So why can't I just do that as long as possible? Do you know what I'm saying? If just being me makes people happy, I can be me all the time.
It wasn't too long ago where, at the 37 times you said you've retired,
Yeah.
but there was sort of kind of a real down point for you.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, where you kind of come out and said, "I'm done with this,"
Yeah.
and tell me everything. But
I'll tell you, I've got to be open about it, because when I did come out and say that, a lot of people got a lot of messages saying, "Right, you've done it. Like, I want to speak to my parents about it." I was up until like 4 and 5 a.m. for like a week talking to people about problems and whatever. That's what I do. I don't know. But like, I boxed. I've always been a bit on and off, and I think June 2015. I tried to take my own life at that point. Now, I had a lot of help afterwards, and I spoke to a lot of people. Was that a cry for help? Was that, do you know what I mean? It's difficult because I've always been like that since I was 14, 15. I've always been very everyone who knows me was erratic. Erratic could be a good word. But I boxed Dylan White. But that was 2015. That was before I was I didn't leave the house for 6 weeks. I was in a bad place. I was 22 stone. I didn't change my clothes for 6 weeks. I didn't wash, and whether, like you say, it was a cry for help or what, I don't know. But then last year when I boxed Dylan White, I gambled all the money away from the fight. I lost the fight. I'm a very proud man, you know. Like, I lost the fight. I shook Dylan White's hand because he was a better man, and like, I know I lost to the better man and whatever else, but it did affect me, you know. I put a smile on my face, but it did affect me. Losing hurts. I lost to Luis Ortiz, and that affected me as well. Like, even though I was expected to lose, it really deeply fucking hurt me as well. So I am proud, and so I gambled all the money away, and I just sit down and I said, I don't want to box anymore. I'm not mentally in a position where like I feel like I can do it. And in nearly every fight, this is probably the first fight I've had where I've had a proper camp where I've got through it all without any kind of gambling. It's mainly gambling, to be fair. Gambling fucked me all my life. Since I was 8 years old, I've been betting. Obviously not a lot of them or whatever. I used to have a bet, like £1 on a Saturday. I used to sit on my dad's knee and pick them out. So I just sat down with my sister, and actually Amir Khan came to my house. I was sat on my bed in my pants, and Killer Khan, who trains with Kel, he came to my house, my flat with Brendan Ingle, and I was sat on my bed in my pants, and Killer and Brendan was sat on the bed with me. Like, Brendan was holding my hand and just fucking, just saying like, he needs to get back in the gym. You know, Brendan being Brendan. Brendan's a great man, you know. And I just stopped, and I didn't really want to box again. But the Luis Ortiz fight, I wasn't in a position financially where I couldn't box. So I boxed Luis Ortiz, and I boxed Luis Ortiz really. I like to fight, but mainly it was just so. It was mainly for the money, really. I wasn't in a position where I couldn't box at that point. I lost all my Dylan White money. I wasn't working. I had no money whatsoever. Like my sister was paying my rent and stuff and food, and I thought I couldn't continue doing that. I couldn't live like that. So I got into this case and boxed Luis Ortiz. But like people say, oh, Eddie threw the wolves, but that's nothing to do with Eddie. He didn't know anything what was going off. That was purely out of I boxed Luis. I accepted a David Price fight on a week's notice, so I needed to get paid. Now, by no means was I going to come in and roll on the floor like I did against Ortiz. I was coming to win regardless. But looking back on it, the fight with Luis Ortiz at the time, by the time the fight come round, I was alright. But when I accepted the fight and stuff, I probably wasn't in the right frame of mind for fighting. I don't think. But it's all been and gone now, and things. I still have bad days now, you know. Things are looking really up, but anyone will tell you it's not always sunshine and rainbows and butterflies or whatever the saying is. But there we go.
You suffer from depression?
Yeah, I've been to the doctors. I've been to see done a lot of counselling or whatever. I'm a special man, KUGAN. They tell me the same. You know, it's not. I'd never harm anyone else. You know, that's what they always say. I'm not a danger to anyone else, just myself. But
do you feel as though you're in a happier place now with everything, not just boxing, but everything?
Just things are good today. Everything
Today,
literally is a daily thing. Like I wake up some days, I think, and a lot of the time it's because I want to fucking bet, KUGAN. That's the wake up and I think I want to fucking bet today, you know. And when it's good racing, you know when Ascot's on, it's a derby next week. I think I'll wake up and I think fucking hell, I really want to bet today.
So what stops you then?
What, having a bet?
Yeah.
You know, some days I'll be honest, I have a bet. And I'll tell you something, over the years I've been very devious man having a bet as well. I've been very devious man. I've done some bad things to have a bet, you know, and but that's something I'm gonna have to live with all my life. I've got a gambling problem, you know. And I've done very well recently, not gambling and stuff, but it's always there. Gambling's always there, isn't it, money? It's always yeah, it's always there. Other things, you know, lots of things. But what makes me happy is putting a smile on people's face, and some people say, "You're always acting the clown, Dave. You're trying to be funny. Yeah, I'm trying to be funny. Yeah, because I'm not trying to be funny. I'm fucking. What do you want me to do? So yeah, things are good now though. I'm the Commonwealth champ on Saturday night. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? So how can I not be happy at that?
But as you go on in your career, and
yeah.
if hopefully you're to achieve more and more, and Commonwealth Saturday and onto the British title, European title, whatever, will that change other aspects of your life, or do you think that other aspects of your life will still be the same regardless of what you're doing in the ring?
I could be world heavyweight champion, but it's not going to solve. It's not going to solve a fucking chemical imbalance in my brain or whatever it is to say what it is or whatever. No amount of money you're gonna make. If you're not happy, no amount of money's gonna make you happy. You know. You know what I'm saying? Can be happy. Put a few bitches on my arm. I'll be happy for 3 minutes. Do you know what I'm saying? But then you go back to it anyway. You have a bet. You're happy. You win. You're buzzing. But it doesn't really. I was gambling really. That was my crutch. That was masking other things. I'd take my mind off other things. But for anyone who will know, like anyone who knows, like if you're in a dark place, like you can mask it for a certain while, but it doesn't last forever. And in terms of gambling, once you're blowing your money, fucking hell, it just intensifies the feeling anyway. You're fucking ready to blow, you know. So yeah, people always ask me for gambling advice, and like I'm the last one to ask because as far as I don't want to start gambling, KUGAN, because I've never been on holiday in my life. I don't go out. I never go out town wherever it is I go. I don't drink. I don't take drugs. I don't smoke. I don't do anything. Gambling's. I don't want to start. My sister used to say to me, "Go to Gamblers Anonymous, get help." I'm like, I don't want to get help. Like, I gamble. You go out and drink. You go and stick this up your nose. You go to the brothel. You do this. I sit on my settee in my pants, shut the curtains, put Racing UK on, and have a fucking bet. you know. So, but yeah, it does. It intensifies. It can intensify a dark day and make it 10 times worse. Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Let's focus now on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Saturday night. Hopefully this is written for you. Like I said, I know you said you've got bigger nights to think of, but
Yeah.
before any of that, you got to do that Saturday night.
Hopefully I've got bigger nights coming, but when I think about it, like Saturday night, if I win on Saturday night, this could, I don't know. Me and my dad, you know, we've had some troubled times as a kid growing up, you know, certain things. We don't always see eye to eye due to certain things, due to our character, whatever. But it's coming Saturday night. He's got a £400 seat as well. And I think to win at Bramall Lane, to win the Commonwealth title at Bramall Lane, it means a lot, you know. I feel a bit emotional talking now, like, because it's just the right moment, you know. Obviously, if I win and keep winning, things will get bigger and better. People continue to think, but just everyone around me, like, it means so much to everyone. I know, Monty, you'll be emotional Saturday night for me. Everyone will. It's like from where I was, June 2015, where I was in August 2016. I never thought I'd ever become world champion at any point, but at them points, I never thought. Even less so. Even I thought I'd become world champion even less so at them points than I did when I never put on a pair of gloves before. So I just think it's the right time. And one thing I can promise, Lenroy Thomas, if he's gonna beat me on Saturday night, he's gonna have to fucking nail me to the floor. And that's one thing I can promise you. You're gonna have to nail me you're gonna have to fucking get some nails in the fucking hammer out and nail me to the fucking floor. Cause all he's gonna have to get his running shoes on and run for 12 rounds and outbox me. One or the two. They're your options, Lenroy. There you go, they're your options. So yeah. Saturday night you're gonna see the best me you've ever been, because I always come to win, but Saturday night just means so much more than ever before. It's difficult to express. I can't express it in words what it means. It just means it means so much, you know. I've been nervous for a long time about this. I don't get nervous about anything, but I've been nervous for the longest time about this. It means a lot, you know. And I just want to get that belt. I want to take it to my dad. And hopefully he's going to come up to me. He's going to say, "Son, I'm proud of you." He's going to give me a pat on the head. It's difficult to say. I've never fucking. Me and my dad have never really had we never had a cuddle. We never really had a kiss. We never really had a father-son moment. You know, we don't do that. But Saturday night, you know, I'm fighting for Commonwealth title, but I feel a bit. Yeah, he's probably gonna watch this and he'll probably think yourself cunt. But yeah, I'm fighting for the Commonwealth title. I'm fighting for him to say, "Well done, son. Well done, you've done it." And he's going to take that Commonwealth title, he's going to put it on his mantelpiece, and that's that. It'll mean a lot to me.
Okay. You're making me want to curry you now. Alright, well listen, Dave, thank you very much for giving us half hour of your time. And thanks for being so honest. Probably one of the most honest interviews I've ever sat in front of, really.
You know what it is, KUGAN? Like, I've always been the same. I don't care what anyone thinks about me, because I can't change. Won't change. So, and everyone likes me for me at the minute, and that means a lot to me, because I'm a big, hard, sexy man. But I'm a big, hard, sexy, emotional man, you know, and the fact that people like me means more to me than people who would say things on Twitter will ever know. You know, I don't reply to everyone. I don't do the things and say the things that I do for any other reason than the fact what they say means a lot to me.
Sorry, means a lot to me, Kerry. Sorry,
yeah,
Dave,
just it means a lot, you know. And while we're doing this, I just want to thank everyone on all aspects of social media. My friends Monty, Bobby Charlton's here. You know, my sister's done a fantastic job with tickets, by the way. She's fantastic. If anyone wants to give her a job, you know, I'm sure she'll pack in her. She's a deputy head teacher, but she wants to get involved. She wants to get involved doing this shit, you know. She's done fantastic.
Did she get your job as a supply teacher?
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. If she did, I won't tell you to get her fucking sacked. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone. Pick up the fucking tempo of this. I want to thank everyone, you know. Saturday night, you know, I'm going to get my Commonwealth title. I'm going to bring it around the arena. And just say thank you to everyone. Each and everyone individually who's bought tickets, which I'm very happy to say. It's going to be a busy Saturday night me doing that, because a lot of people come out and supported me, and let's get this Commonwealth title one. Let's get it done.
Okay, Dave, listen, again, thank you very much for talking to Eiffel TV. We'll see you at the press conference. By the time this goes out, it'll be later on today, even. So, and yeah, thank you for your time again, and thanks for being so open about everything, really.
Thank you.
KUGAN, CASSIUS, Dave Allen, Eiffel TV.